Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for GoldMine 101, our regular series of GoldMine presentations. And this morning, I'm going to focus on a new feature of GoldMine called GoldMine Web, how to access GoldMine via your browser. Now, this presentation will be fairly short, about 20 minutes or so. It's just an overview of this new feature. It's not meant to be in-depth training. My company, Wizard Systems, offer many training and setup options if you want some assistance around GoldMine Web. Now on the call today, and we have 63 people currently logged in. I can recognize we've got lots of people using different versions of GoldMine. Most people are on GoldMine Premium Edition. I'll be showing you the latest version today, GoldMine 2015.2. So much of what I mention is relevant to the latest version of GoldMine. GoldMine Web came in version 2014 at the end of 2014. But today I'm going to show you the latest version, which has all of the current features of GoldMine Web in it. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got any questions, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end of the session. It's probably best to type them in as soon as you think of them rather than at the end of the session. If any late questions come in, I'll answer those afterwards later by email. Also, at the end of the session, I'll give you an update on any recent GoldMine product news. By the way, the call is being recorded. After the presentation, you will receive an email with the link to the recording, which you can share with your colleagues, and we'll most likely post it on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started then. As I normally do, a brief mention about my company, Wizard Systems. We're one of the top suppliers of GoldMine worldwide. We've been doing this a long time. We've implemented well over 3,000 GoldMine installations, mainly in the UK and further afield. And we offer a wide range of services around GoldMine implementation, customization, integrating it with other applications. We also supply a wide range of popular GoldMine add-ons. We offer a number of different training options. We can train you at your place. You can come to our place. We can do it online. And we've got a GoldMine help desk here as well. If you get stuck, you can call our friendly, responsive help desk service. Okay, so let's now dive into GoldMine Web. So this morning I'm showing it to you via Chrome. It will work with any browser. So GoldMine Web, as I say, was introduced in release 2014, and it's GoldMine's new web access capability. And we will see, as new versions of GoldMine roll out there, there'll be more and more functionality coming out. This is the key area that GoldMine will be advancing going forwards. So you log in with your normal GoldMine credentials, and I'll explain to you what we have right now in the GoldMine Web capability. Well, essentially, if you look here in the top left corner, these are the three key areas that we currently support that you've got access to via GoldMine Web. Your contact database, your activities, and your sales opportunities. Just a little mention about the layout of the screen here. So right at the top, we've got a search capability where we can search for contacts or companies or opportunities. Top right corner, there's a little menu option there. And then you've got the active area of the screen. So I'm currently on contacts. We're seeing a grid type view of all of the contacts in my system. So I've got here well over 18,000 contacts in the system, and it's very, very fast. You can sort on any of these columns here very easily. It's very quick and easy to find information. Over on the right-hand side of these contacts, this is one way in which you can schedule an activity, schedule a sale, or complete something that you've done with that customer. Let me dive into a contact record in a bit more detail here. So we could do a search for a company or a contact there. So here's all the Wizard Systems contacts. I can browse to a second page down here where I can see my remaining contacts. Let's dive into this guy here. So Tim Wilmot. So we have here essentially in the top part of the screen all the primary contact and company information about this person. This is showing you exactly what you've got in your normal Windows network GoldMine. Notice we've also got some hyperlinks here. I could now send an email to this person. I could launch their website. I could go into their social network links here. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. As you may know, some social network integration was recently introduced to the GoldMine product as well. Over on the right-hand side, you have some of your key fields and custom fields there. Lower down, some more custom fields. And then lower down still, if I just use this scroll bar here on the right-hand side, lower down still, we're starting to see the other views, the other tabs that you typically see in the lower half of your contact window. So we've got my pending activities. You of course can filter on the activity type or the username there. If it's an email, you can dive into those and see the email. History, again, bottom left corner, you can see your activities by a particular activity type. Incidentally, events is currently being changed to appointments. This release is actually showing events, but the latest release will show appointments. And then on the right-hand side, we've got our detail records, if anyone's using those to track maybe product information against a client. It's another customizable area of the system. This is where you can see all of the detail records for this customer. And indeed, notice here, little add buttons, you can add in a new detail record. Opportunities, viewing all your opportunities with that client, and again the ability to add and create a new opportunity there. You can click on that and it brings you into a standard typical opportunity screen. Links, the links tab, remember this is the filing cabinet of GoldMine. This is where you can access files, documents. Now at the moment you do need to reference a particular syntax of the path to the document. It needs to be what we call a UNC format, a UNC path. You can see here this is a UNC path where we're referencing the actual PC or server name and its folder location, rather than this other example here, a map drive. This currently won't work. It'll work on your normal GoldMine, of course, but not currently with GoldMine Web. And then notes, general notes. Of course, notes appear all over the place in GoldMine, but these are top level notes relating to that contact, and miscellaneous additional contacts there. And of course, again, the ability to add an extra additional contact as primary customer record. So that's typically what you see against a customer, all the normal information and the ability to edit the actual contact record, schedule an activity, create a forecast sale, or complete something you've done. So that's the first area that we're exposing via GoldMine Web. Second area is activities, your calls, your meetings. And again, on this view, you can filter out an activity type, or you can drill into a particular username. You see here a list type representation of all of your activities for that time frame, and then your graphical calendar here, where obviously you can browse through and navigate to a different date range. And top right corner here, we can toggle through different date ranges, day, week, month, and so on. So that's your calendar. And then opportunities. So opportunities on the go. So in the latest release of GoldMine Premium Edition 2015.2 that was made available on the 19th of November, there were some additional features added to the opportunity part of GoldMine Web. So we can see now all of my opportunities, and as you may be aware, of those of you using the Opportunity Manager in GoldMine, you have these different statuses of the sale. Of course, you have a status of open when you initially create an opportunity, And then when you conclude the opportunity, it's won or lost, or you could put it to sleep with abandoned, postponed, and so on. Again, you can click on these column headers here to sort this list, and you can click into any of these opportunities and see that opportunity in a bit more detail. So that's the normal browser interface, and with 2015.2, it was made more mobile friendly. So you can access it not only via your browser, but also from your iPhone or smartphone. So I've just logged into my smartphone here. Hopefully you can see this. Let me just check the technology is working. Yes, you should be able to see my little Samsung here that I've logged into, and I've created a little shortcut to my GoldMine Web. So I click on that. This will bring up my login screen with my normal GoldMine login credentials. And what you'll see now is the same information, but rendering itself more appropriate to the smaller screen size here. So there we are. We've defaulted to the access to my contacts there. We've got that little search box up there. I can type in the name of a contact here. So let's type in myself and do a search on that. And very quickly, this is very, very fast. Quick access to your information. And there's the Tim Wilmot information. So pretty much the same information, but on a smaller screen size there. So that's GoldMine Web, a quick overview. Expect to see a lot more coming through in later releases next year with 2016. We will, of course, keep you posted on that. As I like to do now, I'll field any questions that people have got. If you could maybe try and keep it pertinent to GoldMine Web, but I'll answer any questions you've got on general GoldMine as you wish. So first question from Matthew: how do we get GoldMine Web? So GoldMine Web, Matthew, is part of the latest GoldMine release, and the only way of getting GoldMine updates is that you've got to subscribe to the annual maintenance contract, annual maintenance and support scheme, which we can give you pricing on. So it's an annual subscription that you basically get access to all of these latest releases, of which GoldMine Web is part of that. You could potentially install GoldMine Web yourselves, but we do offer an installation service. Normally it's about an hour, so we can offer that service to you. Let us know if you want us to install. If you're on the latest version of GoldMine and you want it installed for you, let us know and we'll confirm the pricing to you via email. Next question from Amy: can you do a wildcard search? Yes, you can. If you put in so where I was typing my surname, you could prefix that with a percentage symbol, and that should work for you. That will search for the name Wilmot wherever it occurs in the contact or company fields. Next question from Bruce: can you make the fonts bigger? That's down to your browser settings, your zoom level. Just increase that as necessary there. Okay, let's just see if there's any other questions. Okay, next question from Michael: is GoldMine Web synced to the master database, i.e. if you send an email from GoldMine Web, is this in the contact history in the master database? Yes, it will. There's an email auto-linking feature which needs to be set up. We've actually written about this on our GoldMine blog, Michael. Actually, let me just show that to you. If I've got access to it here. Here we are. Here's our GoldMine blog with all our recent snippets of information and news about GoldMine. Let me just see. It should be here somewhere. Oh, there we are. Here we are, Michael. email auto linking, our little tip sheet here. We can again set this up for you if you wish. Let me just pop this into our chat window here. There we are. That's for everyone else. That's probably a pretty common question that we get, Michael, linking in your emails, but hopefully that should answer you. Next question from Andy. Is the relationship tab available in GoldMine Web? Not currently, Andy. Just the main tabs in inverted commas. So not currently, but I'm sure this will be coming out in a future release. As I say, this will be going forwards the newer interface for GoldMine. And indeed, you could roll out GoldMine Web, to your users internally now. If somebody in your company just wants a very simple access to GoldMine, doesn't want all the bells and whistles, then why not have them use GoldMine Web? No problem at all. It's all included. Next question from Andy. When viewing other users' activity, can you select multiple users as in the window version? No, it's one user at a time, Andy, at the moment. All very good suggestions for future releases there. Next question from Hannah. Is it possible to see all of your fields on GoldMine Web? Yes, it should be. I'm pretty much showing all of my fields. I'm pretty certain, yes, Hannah, you should see all of your custom fields there that would normally appear in the top half of your screen, if you like, the top half of your contact window in GoldMine and on the Fields tab. Next question from Simon. When accessing GoldMine Web, are we connecting live to the database tables on our server, or does the user... Now this is a live link, Simon. This is as it happens. It's a real-time link, no delay. You are, as you change things, your Office users will see that and vice versa. A live, definitely 100% live. Next question from Gareth. Isn't GoldMine Web free under the full package? Yes, well, GoldMine Web is free as part of GoldMine Premium Edition. And again, just to repeat, you can only access these latest releases if you've got a GoldMine maintenance contract. So free in inverted commas, Gareth. Next question from Simon. Are any changes made by the mobile user updated immediately? Yes, they are, Simon. Immediate. Right. I don't think there's any more questions coming through. As I say, if there are any late questions coming through, I will answer those later via email. It does take me a bit of time for our system to show me those late questions, so please be patient if you ask a question and you haven't had an immediate response in the next few hours. It's just because there's a bit of a delay in our system. As I normally do on this session, whilst I have a lot of GoldMine users on the call, just to give you an up-to-date picture of where we are with GoldMine on latest product news. So we had GoldMine 2015.2, the main release, on November the 19th. As normally happens in the first Thursday of every month, there's a hotfix release. So a hotfix release came out last Friday. Again, that's all on our GoldMine blog, and you've got access to that as well. We've got a GoldMine introduction training course in the new year on the 6th of January, and an advanced course straight after that on the 7th of January. Great for, and the advanced course, great for anyone that's got basic familiarity with GoldMine, wants to go more into the advanced features of GoldMine. We may do another GoldMine presentation next week, just before the Christmas break on Tuesday. If you've got any good suggestions on future topics, I'd love to see those suggestions, so please email them to me, tim@wizard-systems.com. But that, so I don't think any recent questions come through. Nope, so I think everybody's done there. So thanks very much again for your attendance this morning and your support of GoldMine. And keep tuned for next Friday when we mail out our invites for next Tuesday's presentation. So thanks very much for your time and have a good day. Thank you.